whole vetting process is getting a little bit more important of late. Yeah. So we do vet the vessels, we do vet the financial strength of the carriers. How do you as a freight forwarder add value in the whole process in terms of making sure that the offering which you're bringing back to the table to the EPCs or to the cargo owners is a thoroughly vetted and the risks which are there are identified up front? What's your take on this, Guenther?
It's a very good question and a very wide subject. I think, first of all, we have an obligation to keep our clients safe, harmless, to make sure that the cargo gets safely to wherever it's booked to. Easier said than done. Of course, it starts with what Mike has said. Yes, ask for financial statements, the typical vetting exercise on balance sheets and so forth. But that's not always the simple reality. If we look at the freight forwarding company, for instance, supposing an EPC contractor like yourself wants to know whether Bertling or DB Schenker or whatever company it is in a financial sound state. You'll be presented by a head office financial statement or by something from a holding company if it's a privately owned entity. Then you need to break it down. How stable is the local country organization? And then you need to break it down further. Is that country organization wholly owned or does it have a partner? Many countries in Southeast Asia, if you've ever been to Thailand or Indonesia, it's very common that you have for registration purpose a local shareholder, which of course is already a problem because you will not have a contractual relationship with that minority shareholder. So in the event of a dispute, you have somebody saying something that's not in line with what your contractual party is saying. So how does that translate to ship owners? Yes, you can download a statement from the Maersk website and it will look extremely strong. But in today's market, when the economy is growing, people diversify. They go into different aspects. And Maersk is a good example because they've just done that. You got Maersk Shipping and you got Maersk Oil and Maersk Drilling and Maersk, I don't know, insurance company. But what are you seeing now? They're consolidating back to their core business, which is why drilling and offshore becomes a separate entity again. Because in a poor economy with a poor outlook, people focus on their core business. And you also have that in the breakbulk segment. Let's have a look at K-Line and SAL, for instance. Is SAL their core business for K-Line? No, it isn't. Yeah? The heavy lift sector isn't a key business activity. Is Hansa Heavy Lift a key activity for Oaktree? That's to be determined. Who is behind the company? And every vessel is anyway a separate entity for legal reason, as we all know, because of environmental accidents, spillage, whatever, all the things that can happen, no matter what the economy does. Yeah? No matter what it is, it's for liability reason, so that you don't bankrupt the entire organization. Right. So the answer is yes, due diligence, of course, you need to ask for certifications, but it goes far beyond that. Have a look what the market is doing. Consolidations don't happen overnight. Who is actually behind it? Is it purely a bank? Is it a family-run business? Is it a commercial booking entity of a family business? What is it? Who are we dealing with here? So that is the expertise that we need to render to somebody like yourself. Right.